My ex-business partner stole my restaurant idea. I didn't sue. I just bought the parking lot in front of his restaurant and closed it. My business partner Sam forged my signature and kicked me out of the restaurant I built. 10 years of my life, my recipes, my reputation, my dream, gone in one afternoon. He hired a lawyer who claimed I had voluntarily relinquished my shares. The forged documents looked convincing enough to delay any lawsuit for years. Sam thought he had won. He posted photos of himself in the kitchen, my kitchen, using my recipes, serving my dishes to customers who thought he was the genius behind it all. Everyone told me to sue. Fight it in court. Spend the next 5 years in depositions and motions. I didn't sue. I did something much worse. I checked the city zoning records. Sam thought he was a genius. He had the building, he had the liquor license, he had the business accounts, but he missed one critical detail. The restaurant building and the parking lot were on separate land deeds, 2 different parcels, 2 different owners. The parking lot belonged to an elderly woman who had inherited it from her father decades ago. She never used it. She just collected rent from the restaurant. $300 a month. She had stopped paying property taxes 2 years ago. The lot was scheduled for tax auction. 50 parking spaces. The only customer parking within 3 blocks of the restaurant. I scraped together every penny I had. I borrowed from friends. I sold my car. I walked into that auction with $15,000 in certified funds. I bought the parking lot anonymously through an LLC. Sam had no idea. The deed was transferred to me within 30 days. I waited. I planned. I picked my moment. The Friday before Valentine's Day, the busiest night of the restaurant year. Reservations were booked solid. Every table filled, every parking space taken. I showed up at 5 p.m. with a construction crew. We unloaded concrete jersey barriers from flatbed trucks. We positioned them across every entrance to the parking lot. We blocked the entire perimeter. Nobody was getting in. Nobody was getting out. Sam came running out of the restaurant. His face was purple. "What are you doing? This is our parking lot." I smiled. "Actually, Sam, it's my parking lot." I handed him a copy of the deed. His hands were shaking as he read it. "You can't do this. Our customers are parked in there. Your customers are trespassing on private property. I'm well within my rights to have them removed." I pulled out my phone. I called 3 tow trucks. Sam started screaming, "I'm calling the police." "Please do." The police arrived 12 minutes later. 2 officers. Sam was hysterical. "He's blocking my business. This is harassment. This is illegal." The officer looked at the deed. He looked at the property lines. He looked at me. "Sir, is this your property?" "Yes, officer. I purchased it at tax auction last month. These vehicles are parked without my permission." The officer turned to Sam. "It's his private property, sir. He can restrict access if he wants." "But my customers can't get their cars." "That's a civil matter. They'll need to contact the property owner." The tow trucks arrived. One by one, we removed every vehicle from the lot. Customers came running out of the restaurant. "Where's my car? My Mercedes is gone. I'm calling my lawyer." The restaurant descended into chaos. Nobody could focus on their meals. Nobody wanted to stay. Valentine's Day dinner reservations walked out without paying. The most profitable night of the year became a disaster. Sam lost over $30,000 in revenue that night alone. But that was just the beginning. Over the next week, I kept the lot blocked. No parking meant no customers. The restaurant was dead. Street parking was impossible in that neighborhood. The valet service Sam tried to arrange cost more than his profit margins allowed. Delivery apps couldn't save a fine dining establishment. The restaurant hemorrhaged money every single day. Sam came crawling back 6 days later. He showed up at my apartment, hat in hand, desperate. "What do you want?" I had the paperwork already prepared. 60% of the restaurant transferred to me, plus full operational control. "That's insane. I'll lose everything." "You already lost everything, Sam. You just haven't realized it yet." He stared at the contract. "If I don't sign, I keep the lot blocked. You go bankrupt within a month. The restaurant closes. You lose everything anyway, plus you owe creditors for the rest of your life." He signed. 60% ownership, full operational control. My name back on the door. I got my business back without paying a dime in legal fees.